Hello friends, you're welcome back to this channel. As you can see before me, what I have today is how to make these baby booties. It's very easy to make. It's easy to make. All you need to do is just to take your time to watch this video to the end. Once again, I want to appreciate my subscriber out there. Thank you very much. You have been so great. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, if this is your first time you watch my video, I welcome you to this channel. Here is a channel where you can learn a lot. In this channel, you have the opportunity to learn how to cut and sew, especially for beginners. You learn how to cut and sew step by step, and how to crochet different kinds of hair. You can see that this channel is double, is 2-in-1. So all you need to do, if you have not subscribed to my channel, is just to click on the subscribe button below. Don't postpone, please don't postpone. Just click on that subscribe button you can see below, that subscribe button. Then you click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I release a new video. And you discover that you gain a lot in this channel. You really gain. Just don't hesitate. Just click on the subscribe button below and you click on the notification bell. That's all. Then you're done. Thank you very much. So in this video, I'm going to take you through step by step how this shoe crochet booties is being achieved. It's a step by step, so that's why I said you need to take your time. It's just for you to get it properly. That is why you need to take your time and watch this video from the beginning to the end, and at the end you discover that it's something you can make yourself. You can give it a try. Thank you very much. So let's go. So let's start. Now I will be making use of these two colors of yarn, as you can see on the shoe, chocolate and white. I'll be making use of my pair of scissors, then my crochet hook. Now I'll be using 3.0 mm, the size of my crochet hook. So now I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the sew first. So the first thing I will be doing right now, as you can see, I'm making use of 2 strands of yarn. So I'm going to make a slip knot first. Can you see? So making sure that my hook can roll in between. So I'm going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So this is my 15 chains. So right now I'm going to skip 2 chains. So I skip 2 chains, 1, 2. So I insert into the third chain with single crochet. So I insert the second time into this same loop, single crochet. That means I have 2 single crochets in this single loop. So I proceed into the next one. So in the next 5 chains I will be making single crochet. So next single crochet, next single crochet, that's 2 now. Next, single crochet. Next, that's 4. Then the 5th loop, single crochet. Can you see? So right now in the 6th loop is going to be half double crochet, and that is why I've yarned over the hook once. So in the next loop right here, half double crochet, a state where I have 3 chains on my hook, and I bring it out at a time. That's half double crochet. So now in the next 5 loops I will be making double crochet. So let's go. 1, next 2, double crochet, next double crochet, that's 3, next double crochet, 4, then the 5th loop, double crochet. Can you see? So I'm left with 1 loop. So in this last loop I will be making 6 double crochets. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See, I have 6 double crochet in this last loop. So I've completed the half of this round, that is one side. So I move to the next side. So in the next 5 loops here I will be making double crochet. So let's go. 1, next 2, next double crochet, 3, next 4, next 5. Can you see? So right now the 6th loop is going to be half double crochet. So now the next 5 loops here is going to be single crochet. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm left with the last loop where I made 2 single crochet initially. So in this same loop I'm going to make 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet rather, sorry. 1, 2. You can see. So right now I'm going to slip stitch. I slip stitch in the first stitch, So I've completed the first round. So I move to the second round. So right now I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2. So haven't chained 2. So I insert 2 double crochets in this loop. 1, 2. Then next, also 2 double crochets in the next loop here. 1, 2. Can you see? So right now in the next 11 loops, so I will be making double crochet. So let's go. 1, next, 2, next, 3, next, 4, next, 5, 5. Let me quickly cut this off. It has been secured. So 5, next, 6 double crochet, next, 7, next, 8, next, 9, next, 10, next, 11. Can you see? So right now, you remember in the last loop, in the first round, I made 6 double crochets. So in each of these 6 double crochets, and in each of these 6 loops, I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So let's go. This is the first one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. I've completed 1. I move to the next one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. That is 2 already. I move to the third loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Now the fourth loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Then the fifth loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Sixth loop, 1, 2. Can you see? So in the next 11 loops, I will be making double crochet. So let's go. 1, 2, next, 3, next, 4, next, 5, next, 6, next, 7, next, 8, next, 9, 10, next, 11. Can you see? So I have 4 loops here, left here. So in each of these 4 loops, 2 loops left here, sorry. In each of these 2 loops, I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So let's go. 1, 2. Then I move to the next one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Now I'm left with one single loop. So in this single loop, it's just going to be 1 double crochet just to close it up. So right now I can now slip stitch in the first stitch, make a slip stitch in the first stitch. Can you see? So this is the second round. So I proceed to the third round. I chain 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to make 2 double crochet in this loop. Then the second one, next 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Third loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Fourth loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. So I have 4 double crochets here. So in the next 11 loops I will be making double crochets. So let's go. 1, next, 2, next, 3, next, 4, next, 5, next, 6, next, 7, next, 8, next, 9, next, 10, next, 11. Can you see? So right now I'm going to proceed now to enter the one here, the first loop. This is the first loop. I'm going to make 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Now the next loop is going to be just 1 double crochet, next 1 double crochet. That is it. Now the rest of it I'm going to make double crochet, not really rest, but I'm going to make across this side is going to be double crochet. So let's go. So you can see in this I have 6 here, 6 times 2, I have 12 here, 12 loops here. Now I've completed 2 loops, so I'm left with 10 loops. So in the next 8 loops I'm going to make 2 double crochet. So let's go. 1, 2 in the next 8 loops. Then the second loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 1, 2. That's 2 loops. Then the next loop, which is the third one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Then the fourth one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Then the fifth one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. The sixth one, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Seventh, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. The eighth loop now, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. So 2 plus 8, I've completed 10 loops out of this, the head one here. So I'm left with 2 loops. So second, the 11th loop, now you can see I've inserted my hook in the 11th loop. So in this 11th loop is going to be 1 double crochet. Can you see? Then the last loop, which is the 12th loop, is going to be 2 double crochet, 1, 2. So in the next 11 loops I'm going to make double crochet. Let's go. 1, next 2, next double crochet, that's 3 loops now, next 4, 4, next 5, next 6, next 7, next 8, next 9, next 10, next 11. Can you see? So I'm left with 4 loops here. In the next 4 loops here is going to be 2 double crochets. So 1, 2. Next, which is the second, 1, 2. Then the third loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Then the fourth loop, 2 double crochet, 1, 2. So I'm left with now the next loop I'm going to make just 1 double crochet. Can you see? So right now I slip stitch in the first stitch right here. So I've completed the sew, as you can see. So I'm going to measure it with what I have on ground. Can you see? So it's the same size, you can see. So right now I'm going to proceed now to the body. So right now I'm going to chain 1. So having chained 1, I insert from the back like this. Can you see? With single crochet. Next, from the back, single crochet, next, and is the upper part. I'm inserting my hook from the upper part, the upper loop. single crochet, next from the back, single crochet, next from the back, so this is how I'm going to go. Can you see what I have? So this is how I'm going to go till I complete it here, after which I slip stitch. Can you see? So right now I'm left with, so I insert with single crochet, so I can now slip stitch. So I slip stitch in the first stitch right here, can you see? So right now I'm going to detach this, it's a long tail, so I'm going to proceed. So I insert my hook right here, while I invite the second color, I chain 1, 2, so into the next loop, double crochet, next double crochet, next double crochet. So this is a double crochet round, next double crochet, next double crochet. So this is how I'm going to, so I'm going to detach this, then I proceed till I complete this round, double crochet, so as you can see I've completed this round. Can you see? So I proceed into the next one, so I yarn over the hook. I'm not going to chain anything, so I insert in the next one, inserting from the front like so, with double crochet, Next, you can see from the back right now, starting from the back, can you see? Still with double crochet. Next, from the front, double crochet. From the back, double crochet. From the front, double crochet. From the back, double crochet. From the front, double crochet. From the back, can you see? From the front, double crochet. From the back, double crochet. From the front, double crochet. Can you see? So this is how I'm going to proceed till I get to this point, to the last point here. So I proceed from the back. Can you see? Double crochet. Front, back, front, double crochet, back, front, back, front, back, double crochet, front, back, then front, front, back, then I make a slip stitch, front, back, then I slip stitch in the first stitch. Can you see? So right now I'm going to proceed. So I chain 2, 1, 2. So I proceed, I insert from the first one, double crochet, then back. So I'm going to repeat this also the second time, and that is what I'm doing right now. double crochet, what, then front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, so this is how, then front. This is how I'm going to proceed till I round this up too. So it means I have two of these. So I proceed to the back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, front, then I slip stitch. You see now, something I need to clarify now. This, this is the 7th round. This one I've just completed in the 7th round. In the 6th round, or sorry, in this 7th round, the beginning of this 7th round, initially I chained 2 before I started. Sorry, I ought not to chain any 2. If you remember the 6th round, I didn't chain anything. Before I started. So the same thing also will be repeated in this 7th round. So moving to the 8th round right now, I yarn over. You remember this is what I did when I started. So I just insert like that. So I'm going to the 8th round. I insert, double crochet, and this is 1. I proceed, double crochet from the back, 2, next, double crochet, 3, next, from the back, 4, next, 5, from the back, 6, from the front, 7, back, 8, front, 9, back, 10, front, 11, back, 12, front, 13, back, 14, front, 15, back, 16. So I'm going to stop at this 16 here. So, and whatever I am doing here is what I'm going to repeat here. So I'm going to count this. This one stands for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to insert my stitch marker here as a demarcation. I have 16 here. That is, each of these loop is 2. So 8 times 2, I have 16. So right now I'm going to demarcate it with a stitch marker. So I can proceed from here. So right now I'm going to start my curve. Now I start from the front. So I start with a double crochet cluster. You can see I have three chains on my hook. So I bring out the first two chains. I'm left with two chains. Now I proceed to the back. Now so I bring out the first two chains. So I have three chains on my hook, then I bring it out at a time. That is double crochet cluster. Now I move to the next one from the front. See, I have three chains. After yarning over, I bring out the first two chains, then from the back I bring out the first two chains. I'm left with three chains. That's two. I move, then back. So why I inserted my stitch marker is just for especially the beginners so that they won't get confused. So from the back. So I proceed till I get to the point where my stitch marker is. Next, front. Bring out the first two chains. Then from the back, bring out the first two chains. I'm left with three chains. Brought it out. Then from the front, bring out the first two chains. The back, bring out the first two chains. Front, then back. Bring out the first two chains. I proceed from the front. Bring out the first two chains. I'm left with two chains. Then from the back, bring out the first two chains. I'm left with three chains. Then I bring it out. That's double crochet cluster from the back. The front, back, the front, the back, the front, and the back. You see, so right now I can now proceed the front, double crochet, and the back. So I'm going to remove this. So it's going to be double crochet flat, front, back, front, back, till I get to the last one here, the last loop here. So front, then I make a slip stitch. I slip stitch in the first stitch here. So I proceed to the 9th round. So I just insert. So remember, in the 8th round I made 16. So this time around I'm going to deduct 2 out of that 16. So it's going to be 14 here, 14 here. So you can see that I didn't chain any 2 here. I just proceed straight with double crochet. Can you see? One from the back, 2, 3 from the back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So right now I have 14 here, so I'm going to count 14 here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I insert my stitch marker, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to proceed. So it's going to be double crochet cluster. So I yarn over and start from the outer one. Bring out the first 2 chains, then from the back I bring out the first 2 chains, then I bring it out. So right now it's going to be from the front. You can see it's already in cluster, so that's how I'm going to insert my hook. I bring out the first 2 chains, then the next one also from the front, bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains, then I bring it out. I proceed to the next one, double crochet cluster. I bring out the first 2 chains. Next, I bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains, then I bring it out at a time. Next, I bring out the first 2 chains. Next, the first 2 chains, I'm left with 3, bring it out at a time. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. Bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains on my hook. Bring out the first 2 chains. Bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains on my hook. I bring it out. I proceed. Bring out the first 2 chains. Bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains. Bring it out. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains. So I'm left with 1 here. That one is going to be just double crochet. So I can now proceed normally from the back, double crochet, then front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet. So I'm going to go till I get to the last point here. Then from the front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet. So I can now slip stitch. So right now I'm going to proceed into the next round. Remember the 7th round I made 16 on this side. The 8th round I deducted 2, making 14. Now in this next round I'm going to deduct 2 from 14. So it's going to be 12 on both sides, on my right hand side and also on my left hand side. So let's go. From the front, double crochet, 1. From the back, double crochet, 2. From the front, 3. Back, 4. Front, 5. Back, 6. Front, 7. Back, 8. Front, 9. Back, 10. Front, 11. Back, 12. So I will also count 12 from on my right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to insert my stitch marker. So I proceed Now I start from the front, double crochet cluster. I bring out the first 2 chains from the back. I bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3. So I proceed, double crochet cluster, but it's going to be in the front now. So I bring out the first 2 chains, then in the front again, double crochet cluster. I have 3 on my hook. I bring it out. I proceed to the next one. I bring out the first 2 chains. I bring out the first 2 chains. So I'm left with 3 chains. I bring it out. Next, I bring out the first 2 chains. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains. I bring it out. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. Bring out the first 2 chains. I'm left with 3 chains. I bring it out. Bring out the first 2 chains. Next, bring out the first 2 chains. Then I bring it out at a time. So I'm going to proceed from here. Double crochet. So I'm going to proceed like this till I get to the last loop here. So from the back, double crochet, front, double crochet. Now I can make a slip stitch in the first stitch. You see, so right now I'm going to proceed into the next round. So in the next round I proceed like so. Double crochet from the back, front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, double crochet, front, back, double crochet, front, double crochet, back, double crochet. Now you can see the cluster. I have the cluster here, so I'm going to start the normal one from this 1 2 3 4. So front, double crochet, front, double crochet. You can see I'm taking it from the front, double crochet, so then front, back, front, double crochet, so back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, which is the last one on this round. Then I can slip stitch in the first stitch. So right now I'm going to proceed from here, from the front, double crochet, back, front, back, front, back, front, double crochet, front, back, front, back, front, back. So you can see I've started creating front and back in the front side here. So I have this as back. Definitely the next one is going to be front, and we have this as back because it's back in front. Then this one is going to be front. So this is how I'm going to proceed till I round it up on this round. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, and front. So I insert in the first stitch to slip stitch, so I'm going to take it again. I'm going to take this again the second time. The front, back, front, back, front, back, front. So this is how I'm going to proceed till I get to the last one here, the front one, after which I slip stitch. Then we'll move to the next stage. So the next thing is to cut all the tail, and I will now proceed to the next phase. So in the next phase right here, you can see I classify this as just the center. If you look at it, it's very glaring that this is the center. So from this point on my left hand side, I'm going to insert my hook like so. So I invite the other color, the second color, I chain one. So sorry, I tie it like this. Then right now I can unchain 1, 2. So right now I'm going to insert in this same loop with double crochet, proceed into the next loop, double crochet, next, double crochet, sorry, I want to carry this along. So next, you can see double crochet, next, making sure that this is also carried along, double crochet, next, next. So let me cut this off. Then I proceed, next, double crochet, and you see, so this is how I'm going to go till I get to this point here. Next, double crochet, next, you can see I've got to this strand. So right now, let me proceed a bit, one more. So I think it's okay like this. So right now I'm going to chain two, one, two. So I return, so I insert in the same loop with double crochet, and you see I proceed into the next loop, double crochet, and you see, so this is how I'm going to go till I get to this point here. It's going to be repeated 3 times. I'm on the second um, round. So I get to this place, after which I come back again the third time. As you can see, I've got to the end of the second round. So to proceed to the third round, I'm going to chain another two, one, two. So I return again. I insert into the same loop, double crochet. So I proceed, next, next, double crochet, next, double crochet, and you see, so it actually depends on how you want your lapel to be. If you want it longer than this, then you can go ahead and proceed and make it 4 round or so. So but I'm going to stop the third round like I said. So I proceed like that till I get to the last point here, after which I slip stitch, you see, Next, double crochet, then the last loop, so I can now slip stitch, then I invite this. So right now I'm going to make the tail of this long. So then I can fold and you see the lapel, you can see. So I think this is the moderate side, but if you want yours to be a bit longer, maybe the fourth round, you can go for the fourth round, but this is okay. And you see, so can you see? So the next thing right now is to make the cord, this cord here. So it depends on how long you want yours to be, but what I actually chain for this is 94 chains. If you want yours to be 100, but it must not be too long, and it must not be too short. So so that's the next thing I'm going to do right now. So I'll be making 94 chains, like as I've said. So the reason why this tail is long is just for me to secure it at the end of this exercise. So I'm going to make a slip knot as usual. Then I can make my 94 chains. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So like this I'm going to proceed till I get to the 94 chains. So here is my 94 chains, and you see the length. So right now I'm just slip stitch. So I will also make this this side also long to secure it with my needle. So as you can see, I've inserted my needle. So I'm going to turn it to the back. Here is the back. So I can insert my needle, making sure that it does not come to the front, making sure that the front does not touch the front. It's just on one side from the back. So it depends to any length I want to insert the needle. So I must be very careful. So it's okay like this. So I'm going to bring it out. So you can see it as show from the back. So that is why I have to be very careful, making sure that it doesn't show at the back. So I need to take it to this side. or I may decide to do it bit by bit. And I stretch it out. So I'll proceed from here. So it's just little, it's not something long, it's just little. The reason is just to secure the yarn from getting loose or from losing. That's just the main reason. So I'm going to do that and bring it out. So you can see it's okay like this. And even if I stop here, it's okay just to secure the yarn like I said. So right now I'm going to cut this off. So what I did to this side is also what I'm going to do to this other side, to this second side. Now to the second side, see, I've inserted it. I'm going to pull it out. So right now I'm going to detach. I'm going to cut this off. So I have my cord here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to insert from this side on my left hand side till I get to this part here, till I get to my right hand side. So I'm going to insert my safety pin in the edge of the cord, you can see. So right now I'm going to start from here, the upper part, then the next. So I'm actually inserting from the ones that shoot out the strand, you can see. Then the next one, I proceed to the next one, then I bring it out, can you see? So I proceed from where I stop. This is the next one. I proceed, draw it, next, 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 next. So Sorry, I'm left with one. This is the last one on my right hand side. So I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to pull this rope to make sure that it has the same length with the second one here. So I pull it, after which I adjust again. So I make sure that it's of the same length with this. Then I begin to adjust, pull it back to make it free. I pull again. So this is how I'm going to go till I finally complete it.